Welcome back to The Buzz. Joining me today is Brian Crick with Crick Love Law Firm. Welcome to the program.
Nice to be here, Mike.
So tell me about law. What made you decide to go in and practice?
Well, it was probably when I was in high school or early college. A good family friend of ours, he's actually still a practicing attorney here in town, Pat Carr, was kind enough to say, hey, I hear you have a little interest in law. Would you be interested in attending some depositions, going to court with me? And so I spent maybe just a couple of days, I think it was during a summer break, going around with him to some different court proceedings and a deposition, and I just really found it interesting and thought it might be something that I would like to pursue more. And so I majored in criminology and criminal justice at Florida State, and then went on to law school after that.
Do a lot of people make fun of you for going to Florida State?
In this community, yes. Certainly, this is definitely Gator country around here for the most part. But I do find that we've got a few more Seminoles after the national championship, which I will mention. We've got a few more Seminoles coming out of the woodwork as well. So, but definitely proud to be a Seminole. But
there's a lot of them. We have an autographed Bobby Bowden photo when you come in the front door. So we have a lot of people comment
absolutely.
on that.
But I've got a lot of friends that went to UF as well. Now Miami, different story, but obviously Florida is a great school here in the area as well.
Now, you practice criminal law and a little bit of family law. Which side do you enjoy more?
They're both interesting, and I'd say, they both have definitely rewarding aspects to them. Criminal law, a lot of times people will ask me, how do you represent somebody that's, been accused of a very serious crime, or how do you represent somebody that, may be, clearly guilty? And a lot of times it's not so much about guilt or innocence, but, what can I do to help this person? It may be that they have underlying drug issues, alcohol issues, mental health issues, things like that. And so there is a rewarding aspect in that sense of sometimes helping somebody. I've had plenty of clients come to me afterwards and say, that was what I needed, that rehab, or I needed the probation and the mental health treatment that I received. Or sometimes it's about protecting somebody's rights, somebody that may not have been treated fairly by police or law enforcement or by the prosecutor's office or by the court system. And so it's about protecting those rights for people. And so there is a lot of positive things that you can do in the criminal side in representing defendants. Now, on the family law, it's definitely rewarding too, because you've got, these are very stressful times in family law cases. A lot of times, my partner Jason Love and I often joke that sometimes the family law cases are more intense than the criminal cases. And, obviously, criminal law, you're dealing with potentially, jail and prison time, but family law is very contentious and emotions are running high, and so it's rewarding to help people through that time. And sometimes even just being there for somebody to talk to is very helpful to them.
You worked for the public defender's office before you started your firm?
I did. Both my partner Jason and I both worked at the public defender's office. I started there in 2010 and worked in the misdemeanor section in county court there for a year or so, and then worked in the various felony divisions both in Duval County and Clay County. And my partner Jason started in juvenile, so he's got extensive experience in juvenile law, and then also did felony as well. And so we enjoyed it. Like I say, it's great public service. It's great experience. We had a lot of wonderful attorneys and mentors that we worked with there, and so it was great and getting the experience that we needed to eventually open up our own firm.
What was your hardest case or the subject matter of the case when you're at the public defender's office?
There's a lot of cases. I would say, and without picking a specific one off the top of my head, I think the most difficult ones oftentimes to represent are a lot of the clients that you truly believe are innocent. Obviously you have other clients that may come to you and say, look, I made a mistake. I want to try to get the best deal I can, or I need help, or whatever the case may be. And that's going to be more of a negotiation type case, but it can be tough, like I said, when you've got people that you think are truly innocent, and they are looking at substantial prison time. Those are difficult cases because you want to make sure that you've done absolutely everything you can for that person. I mean, really, all clients. I mean, obviously, if it's negotiation, you want to do everything you can for them as well. But sometimes, like I say, those can be very difficult when you really, you don't want that person to end up in prison when it's not just.
If someone might need your services, how do they find out more about your company?
They can go to our website, which is crickandlovelaw.com. We have an extensive website that lists all of our practice areas, a little bit about Jason and I and what we do. They can also call us. Our number is 904-515-0811. One of the nice things about being a smaller law firm is that we have, there's access to an attorney pretty easily. As far as anytime you call, you're most likely going to speak to Jason or I. And we try to keep it that way so that if people call and have questions, they're not, speaking to assistants or waiting for callbacks for weeks on end or things like that. We are very good about getting back to our clients or potential clients as quickly as possible.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining me today, and thank you guys for watching The Buzz. We will see you next time.